from Victory Grill in Auburn, this is Tiger Talk, Bob's Victory Grill, where victory is always yours. Tiger Talk is brought to you by the Better Network, Verizon, Better Matters, Alabama Power, proud to support the Auburn Tigers, by Ford F-150 and Auburn football. Toughness runs in our family. See your local Ford dealer today. And by Golden Flake, the favorite snack of the Auburn Tigers. Now let's go inside Victory Grill in Auburn for Tiger Talk. Here's your host, the voice of the Tigers, Rod Bramlett.
Hello again, everybody, and War Eagle. I'm Rod Bramlett here inside Victory Grill, and it's time for Tiger Talk. It's game 2 of the season here in just about 48 hours as the Tigers play host to Arkansas State. Airtime is 4:30 p.m. here on the Auburn Sports Network at our new Tiger tailgate location on the east side of the stadium across the street from the Cam Newton statue. Coach Gus Malzahn will be here with us shortly to take your questions and comments about Week 1 and the game coming up this Saturday night. After Coach Malzahn, we'll have head women's basketball coach Terry Williams-Flanoy on with us to talk about season ticket sales, which get cranked up on the 12th on Monday. Also give us a little early preview of the Tigers, who are hoping to make it back-to-back trips to the NCAA tournament this season. Then to wrap up things, it's head volleyball coach Rick Knoll. Big weekend for the Tigers on Auburn volleyball as they host the Auburn Invitational Friday and Saturday. The Tigers take on Memphis at noon tomorrow, and then later that evening, Miami of Ohio at 7:30 p.m. Then Saturday, you can help Auburn volleyball set a new attendance record as they play Jacksonville at 1:30 p.m. All matches are at Auburn Arena, and all matches are free. To be a part of the show tonight, just here in the audience, if you've been here before, you know, just raise your hand. Got Brad Law here to my left. He'll bring you the wireless mic and get your questions on the air. If you are this is Brad Law fan club here tonight. It's awesome. That's awesome. How much you pay him, Brad? Okay. Otherwise, to be a part of the show, you can email us a question to aubtigertalk@gmail.com or send us one on Twitter at Voice of AU Tigers. We'll pull your questions from the Academy Sports and Outdoors inbox throughout the hour. We'll also have a trivia question tonight presented by Auburn University Bookstore. A lot of other things going on. We have our live sports radios for sale here for $25, the new live sports radio, so you don't have to worry about fighting the crowds on Saturday. Also, we have this week's game program. We have a handful of game programs. Devereaux Lawrence and Maurice Swain Jr. on the cover. Only $5. Again, you can go ahead and get one of these tonight and not worry about having to do that this Saturday. We have tickets galore to give away. We have actually 3 different sets to give away here tonight. A couple sets from Victory Grill and another set from Auburn University Bookstore. The winner of that trivia question here tonight will win that as well. Tailgating time here at Bob's Victory Grill. Take your next tailgating and get together to the next level with one of Bob Baumhauer's signature sauces. Choose from a variety of flavors, including Mojo, white barbecue, Jamaican jerk, or buffalo hot sauce. They are sure to spice up any meal, so grab a bottle for your next tailgate party with friends. Sold online or at your local Bob's Victory Grill restaurant. Stay tuned. A little bit later on, Gus Malzahn will be here in a matter of moments, and we'll tell you what's coming up this weekend from Auburn Opelika Tourism Bureau. As we continue with Tiger Talk, it continues in a moment.
There are some things in life that you just can't get out of, like jury duty or rush hour traffic. But thankfully, now getting out of your old contract isn't one of them. Don't get stuck with a network you're not happy with. Get unstuck. Switch to Verizon now and we'll give you up to $650 to get out of your old contract when you trade in your phone. Verizon. Better matters. Learn more at vzw.com. New smartphone device payment activation important required. Get up to $650 prepaid card for installment plan balance less trade-in value, or up to $350 prepaid card for early termination fees less trade-in value. Trade-in must be in good working condition. Line must remain active for 6 months, subject to VZW agreements, calling planning credit approval.
Hi folks, Stan White here. When it comes to playing the game, nothing is more valuable than experience. And when it comes to experience with barbecue, no one has it like Dreamland Barbecue. Dreamland has been cooking ribs for over 50 years and now have locations across the South. Go to dreamlandbbq.com to find your closest location, or you can order online and Dreamland will ship it to your front door. Dreamland, ain't nothing like 'em nowhere.
You hear that? That's the sound of a cold, crisp, refreshing Coors Light. And at the end of a long day, there's no better way to reward yourself than with a beer that knows a thing or two about hard work. It's why all of our breweries cold lager to give Coors Light its signature crisp taste. Because once the workday is over, we all could use a refreshing reward. So raise an icy cold Coors Light up to yourself, because it's the refreshing finish you deserve. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility.
What would a rivalry be without the fans? Could we even call it a rivalry? Why do the teams we love ride the road from city to city? And why do the fans follow them there? Why do the athletes batter their bodies, agonize over missed tackles and dropped passes? Why do any of them do any of it? Simple. For the excitement of it all. The same reason we do what we do at Nissan. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the Auburn Tigers.
Tweet your questions at AU Sports Network using the hashtag Tiger Talk. That's hashtag Tiger Talk at AU Sports Network on Twitter. Now back to the show.
Tonight's edition of Tiger Talk brought to you in part by Verizon, the Better Network, a proud sponsor of Auburn football all season long. Verizon. Don't forget to check out some other events going on in the area this weekend, brought to you by the Auburn-Opelika Tourism Bureau. Find everything you need to know at AOTourism.com. Of course, you have football fans and feathers Friday evening at the Raptors Center. Something a little new this week. The West Glen Plaza would like to kick off the second football weekend and welcome out-of-towners to the Plains with a West Glen block party. The event will be held on the patio of the West Glen Plaza at 200 West Glen Avenue. Will showcase live music, awesome giveaways, and multiple raffles. We'll be talking about some other events a little bit later on in the show. Right now, welcome into the show, Coach Gus Malzahn. Appreciate you joining us tonight, Coach. Getting ready for Arkansas State this weekend and a real battle this past Saturday night against Clemson. Chance to win it at the end on a couple different plays, and I know you were thrilled to death with the way that defense played.
Yeah, I tell you what, our defense played great. You know, we expected that we had a chance to be a good defensively. That just confirmed, and I thought they did a great job, and that may be the best offense in college football.
What most impressed you about your defense and the way they slowed down, almost shut down that number 2 team?
Well, they started with stopping the run. I mean, our run fits were very good up front. We held points at the line of scrimmage, and then we didn't let them over the top. I mean, they hit a couple back shoulder throws. You know, we really made them earn it. That quarterback made some outstanding throws, you know, especially late in the game.
Got a full house. Again, if you want to be a part of the show, just raise your hand. We'll get the microphone to you. Also, if you want to email us a question, it's aubtigertalk@gmail.com. You can also send us a question via Twitter at Voice of AU Tigers. And from a defensive standpoint, I think folks got a real idea of what kind of depth you certainly have on that defensive side.
Yeah, I think we played 8 to 10 guys there. You know, Coach G did a good job of keeping those guys fresh. And like I said, I think the biggest thing was we stopped the run.
Right.
And we played good man coverage. You know, we didn't let them get over the top of us. They got over the top just about everybody we saw on film, and we made them throw the back shoulder.
I'm not sure you will see a better quarterback than what you saw this past Saturday night. And I tell you, the Williams kid at receiver was really good as well for them and did just a terrific job against that Clemson offense. All right, tonight's first question is brought to you by Alabama 811. Always contact 811 before you dig to know what's below and have member utility underground lines marked free of charge. Call 811 or visit AL811.com. We'll go out to the audience. Brad, who do we have?
Well, you know exactly where we go here. I've got my mark that I hit every single week. I'm learning. I've learned quickly. Kim, take it away.
Hey, Coach. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
You recruited 12 of Arkansas State's players.
Yeah.
How does that what kind of advantage does that give you, and how does it factor into your game plan?
Well, I tell you what, we had a very good recruiting class that year, and there's quite a few of them that are back that are seniors or fifth-year seniors. We thought they were outstanding. A lot of those guys have started for a while. They've won, I guess, 4 out of the last 5 conference championships. Are used to winning, and they're a veteran group.
Appreciate the question, Ken. We also have a question from the Academy Sports and Outdoors inbox from Greg. And says, would really like to see what Cameron Petway can do with his style of running and his size.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Cameron will be on the field more than he was last week. You know, he's had a good fall camp. You know, KJ was we were getting started. He was getting some rhythm right there. But Petway will definitely be on the field more this Saturday.
How do you determine, because I know you guys are really high on some of these freshman guys on the offensive side we're talking about, particularly the receivers. As you're evaluating them during the week of practice, what are some of the things you look for in determining how much they will get to play on Saturday.
You know, when you go into the very first game they've ever played, when you're playing a very good opponent, you know, you want to kind of slowly bring those guys along. You're going to learn how they're going to react to certain things on the field. We gave them some reps, especially the young receivers right there. You'll see each week, you know, they'll get more and more, and just be a matter of when, you know, they'll start feeling comfortable and can be an every down receiver.
Coach Gus Malzahn here with us tonight. A little bit later on, Coach Flo and Coach Nold. When we come back, we'll get to more of your questions from the audience, also email and Twitter. Again, to be a part of the show, just shoot us an email, aubtigertalk@gmail.com, or send us a Twitter question at Voice of AU Tigers. A lot more to come. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn Bank receives national recognition, ranked by American Banker magazine among the top 200 banks in America for the 10th year, and for the 4th year in a row, an elite KBW Honor Roll bank, recognizing 10 years of superior performance. The only bank in Alabama to achieve both milestones is your hometown bank, with 7 Auburn Opelika locations. Auburn Bank, since 1907, your partner, your neighbor, your friend. Member FDIC. Online at auburnbank.com.
Your heart does so much for you. It pumps, it beats, it pounds, and sometimes it breaks. So when your heart needs a little mending, consider the leading heart specialist at East Alabama Medical Center. Our heart program has been going strong for more than 25 years. Our cardiologists and open heart surgeons, along with cardiac nurses and rehab staff, are part of an award-winning heart program that starts with quality and compassion. When your heart is hurting, choose wisely. Choose East Alabama Medical Center. Learn more at eamc.org.
Auburn fans, enter the War Eagle Fan Experience for your chance to win 2 tickets to the Iron Bowl November 26th at Bryant-Denny Stadium, plus 2 authentic Auburn jerseys.
This is Coach Gus Malzahn. Let everyone know that toughness runs in our family. Go to auburnsaturdays.com and enter for your chance to win. War Eagle.
Sweepstakes ends 11/18/16. Must be 18 years or older with a valid Alabama driver's license to enter. For details and complete rules, visit auburnsaturdays.com.
Hey Alabama Poultry pros and all you friends of Alabama Poultry. There's more to college than just football. It's time to help the future poultry leaders of Alabama in poultry science programs throughout the state with some scholarships. You can help by ordering an Alabama Poultry license tag. It's tax deductible and it goes for a great cause. Just visit your local probate office or wherever you can purchase your car tag and order your Alabama Poultry license tag today.
Now for the Auburn University Bookstore trivia question. Tonight we'll be giving away a $20 gift card to the Auburn University Bookstore, and actually we'll be giving away tickets from the Auburn University Bookstore. And these are for our Twitter listeners. You can tweet your answers to @VoiceOfAUTigers. We'll randomly select a winner before the show is out. And with his 53-yard field goal against Clemson, Daniel Carlson became Auburn's career leader with 6 field goals of 50 yards or longer. What former Auburn kicker did he pass for that top spot? The Auburn University Bookstore is a proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Shop with us on every home game Saturday for all of your Auburn clothing and gift needs, located on campus in the Haley Center lobby, or visit them online at aubookstore.com. War Eagle from Auburn University Bookstore. Again, send us the answers on Twitter as we move along here tonight. And Daniel Carlson, you're kind of spoiled with that guy back there, don't you?
Yeah, that was amazing. You know, I think that would have been good from 64. I mean, he's got a great leg. We have a lot of confidence in him, and you could see us, attempt quite a few of those long field goals with him.
All right, it's time now for our AL.com questions of the week, and the first one comes from Brian in Hendersonville, North Carolina. Coach says, what do you feel the identity from an offensive standpoint of the team is? Does the team have at this point, the offensive identity?
Well, I think we're still, a work in progress as far as figuring that out. We got a lot of young guys, that it was their first time to play. It was the first time to start a new position, but we'll definitely improve. There's no doubt. And, we're a run play action team. And obviously we got to run the football. And that was probably the biggest disappointment from my standpoint, that, the rushing yards. And that the rushing yards, we're a run play action team. So we're going to have to run the football better than we did. In the first half, they were doing a few things that had us a little, out of sync right there. And finally in the second half, things started settling down. We had figured out kind of what they're doing. But the bottom line is we didn't have enough rushing yards, and we're a run-play action team.
All right, next is a question from Vince in Bessemer. what do you credit most for the team's defensive improvements?
Well, I would say that, our players. I mean, our players have you look at the veteran guys, especially up front, they've really bought into Coach Steele's system. I think Coach Steele deserves a lot of credit, too. Him and his defensive staff, they've worked extremely hard. You can tell how much more physical we are.
Yeah.
And you look at the run fits. I mean, the run fits were a thing of beauty. The DBs just did an excellent job of challenging some top receivers. And, I think that'll give them confidence, moving forward. And, we ended on a high note last year, and it's carried over, and we just got to continue to improve.
Everybody focused in on the defensive line, and rightfully so. But I'm going to tell you, the linebackers, Deshaun Davis and Trey Williams and all those guys, I thought they had a terrific night.
They sure did. They played very physical at the point of attack. They knew their gaps. They wasn't even playing sideways. They were going downhill. And Darrell Williams is another guy that I thought had an outstanding game. Those three guys really impressed me, and I think those three guys can get nothing but better.
Last question. What's the attitude of the team been like since Saturday night, Coach?
Well, I mean, we had our first team meeting. I guess it was Monday. We were off on Sunday, and you could tell they were still hurt over the deal, and they're disappointed. And anytime you have a chance to win a game like that, I mean, it's natural. But I tell you what, they flipped the page. They moved forward. That's behind us. The one thing that they learned is they can play with anybody, and they feel like they can beat anybody. That's a good thing. So we put last week's behind. We're moving forward now. We're thinking about nothing but Arkansas State, and they've had a good week of practice. We just got off the practice field about an hour ago. Our guys were very energetic, and they're ready for the next game, and I think that's very encouraging from my standpoint.
Have a question for Coach? Go to AL.com/Tiger Talk and submit your question each week, and it could be asked live on the show. Visit AL.com/Tiger Talk tonight. Go ahead and submit your questions. And earlier in the week at your Tuesday press conference, you talked more about the quarterbacks and Saturday night and the decision, hey, this week you're going Sean White and John Franklin. Talk a little bit more about that, Coach.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we had a plan, and looking back, rotating the guys that killed our rhythm, but we're going to move forward, and we're moving forward. Sean White's had a good week of practice. John Franklin, we're going to bring him along. I thought he did some good things, too, when he was in there. That was his first action. And so we've had a good week of practice. Both those guys have practiced extremely well. And kind of starting to settle in, like we talked about who we're going to be this year and the offensive we're going to be this year.
Talk about the importance, and we talked about this after the game on the TV show a little bit, of just finding rhythm's so important, period. But it seems like at the pace you would like to run, the type of offense you run, finding that rhythm's so important.
Well, it definitely is. And it kind of goes back to we got to be able to run the football effectively. And running the football effectively has a whole lot to do with pace and rhythm, and that's one area we'll definitely improve on.
All right, I think we have a question from the audience over here. Brad, go ahead. Who do we have?
Rod, we have a first-time Tiger Talk attendee. This is Susan in Auburn. Oh, how about that? She got a bigger round of applause than I did. But anyway, Susan, what's your question?
Of course. Coach, I was just wondering, I know we've gone to Auburn fast over the last couple of seasons. And I was just wondering about the hurry-up, no huddle that was so successful in 2013. You think we might see a little bit more of that moving forward?
Yeah, we definitely will see more of that moving forward. And that's really been our focus. And obviously last week, our rhythm. Yep. Obviously last week we didn't get in rhythm. We got to run the football effectively, and I think that will definitely help our pace and all that. Great question, though.
And see you tomorrow, Susan, at the Friday football lunch, right? Oh, absolutely.
Right. Appreciate Susan for that welcome, too. That was really nice. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's exactly right. Appreciate it, Susan. Hey, Brad, I'm going to take a break here, all right? And I think I'm going to let you come up here and run the Wildcat for a segment. I'm going to roam around the audience, all right? Okay?
I like it.
I'm ready. That?
Put me in, Coach.
All right, I'm going to roam around the audience this next segment. Well, I've always wanted to do this, and we can do that now with Brad here kind of helping out. So if you have a question for Coach here this next segment here in the audience, just give us, raise your hand, and we'll get you on. I'll bring you the microphone during this next segment. Also, if you have a question listening to us tonight, you can send us a tweet at Voice of AU Tigers or email aubtigertalk@gmail.com. One more time, that Auburn University Bookstore trivia question. This is for Twitter only. With his 53-yard field goal against Clemson, Daniel Carlson became Auburn's career leader with 6 field goals of 50 yards or longer. What former Auburn kicker did he pass for that top spot? More with Coach Gus Malzahn when we come back here on Tiger Talk.
It's tailgating time at Victory Grill. For your next tailgating party, take home classic coal-fired pizzas made with homemade fresh mozzarella cheese and fresh baked in Alabama's only coal-fired ovens. Or stir up the excitement by sharing some of our world-famous wings. Enjoy regular or jumbo-sized party packs, or try our handcrafted fresh chuck beef brisket burgers. They are sure to please football tailgaters of any size. Like us on Facebook and check out our website, www.bobsvictorygrill.com.
One of the keys to having a great football team is strong defense. Give your car the defense it deserves and switch to Geico. Not only will you get outstanding coverage, but you could save hundreds on your car insurance. In fact, Auburn alumni, faculty, and staff could save even more with a special discount from Geico. So after the game, visit geico.com/mydiscount, call 1-800-947-AUTO, or contact your local office for a free quote today. Playing solid defense can be hard, but saving money doesn't have to be. Geico, proudly helping Auburn alumni, faculty, and staff save more on car insurance.
Hey, Tiger fans, if you're headed to the game this weekend, the most important thing to remember is your tickets. And second most important is some Dreamland Barbecue. That's right, Dreamland Barbecue. Perfect for your pregame meal or tailgate party. And now Dreamland is available at Jordan-Hare Concessions, so you can enjoy it inside the stadium. Be sure to make Dreamland part of your game day experience. Dreamland Barbecue. Ain't nothing like 'em nowhere.
Hey Alabama Poultry Pros and all you friends of Alabama Poultry. There's more to college than just football. It's time to help the future poultry leaders of Alabama in poultry science programs throughout the state with some scholarships. You can help by ordering an Alabama Poultry license tag. It's tax deductible and it goes for a great cause. Just visit your local probate office or wherever you can purchase your car tag and order your Alabama Poultry license tag today.
Hi, Rod Bramlett here. As the voice of your Auburn Tigers, I see the fans' passion for our hometown team come to life each Saturday in the fall. UPS shares the same passion for helping businesses turn a challenge into a solution. Because they're not just in the shipping business, they're in the problem-solving business. Visit ups.com/solvers to see how UPS can help your team find the winning formula. UPS, official logistics company of Auburn Athletics.
Tweet your questions at AU Sports Network using the hashtag Tiger Talk. That's hashtag Tiger Talk at AU Sports Network on Twitter. Now back to the show.
Welcome back inside Victory Grill in Auburn. Auburn and Arkansas State coming up Saturday night at 6:30. We're on the air with the Tiger Tailgate Show, presented by Crane Works and Southeastern Pond Management at 4:30. A lot of fantastic guests lined up for Saturday as well. Enjoy regular or jumbo-size wing party packs that are sure to please football tailgaters of any size. Wings party packs come with your choice of sauce that will satisfy all of your football fans' tastes, from our tangy white barbecue to the famous buffalo sauce. I had the buffalo sauce and a shrimp salad earlier before the show. Brad Law here running the Wildcat for Rod Bramlett. It is Rod out in the crowd here at Victory Grill. If you've got a question for Coach Gus Malzahn, raise your hand and we will get Rod over to you with the microphone. And we understand, Rod, we don't have to wait long for a question.
Yeah, I got a couple waiting in line here. We're going to go right down here front. What's your name?
Dalton Sconiers.
All right, Dalton, what's your question for Coach?
A question for you, Coach, is I know you talked about the hurry-up, no-huddle offense earlier, but what are you expecting out of the offensive line this coming up week?
Well, I really feel like they're going to improve greatly from week 1 to week 2. You're talking about a group. There's a couple new starters. Then we have a starter that moved positions, and they present a lot of different fronts. So really, I'm really expecting us to improve greatly from week 1 to week 2 as far as execution. And so I'm really looking forward to our guys playing this week.
All right. I understand you got something else, Dalton?
Yep. Yes, sir, I do. And this question is for Jenny Jones. Jenny, I've asked your dad, and he's given me his approval. I've asked the Lord, and he's given me his approval. And I just need your approval now. Would you marry me?
That's an affirmative nod right there.
All right. The question's just been left hanging out there. Miss Jenny?
Yes.
That was a yes.
Wow.
about that?
That's good stuff.
How about that, Coach?
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Is this a first in the history of Tiger Talk?
Yeah, this is a first.
How about that? History is made here.
All right, Mr. Kenny down here is her dad. I know you just went through this spring, Coach. You went through a wedding. Any advice to the dad here?
Wow, just enjoy it. Buckle up.
You want to talk about hurry up, no huddle. There you go. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hey, Dalton and Jenny right here. Let's hear it for Dalton and Jenny. Jenny, by the way, is a former Auburn majorette, so a couple good Auburn folks here. All right, Brad, all right. I feel bad for this guy who's got to now talk.
He's got to follow that. I mean, the question just has to be absolutely dynamite now.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
That's a tough act to follow, Rod. Donnie Jones from Gulf Shores. Coach, it was nice to see Kyle Davis make a big play in the game against Clemson. Down the road, do you see Kyle and a lot of the other freshman receivers getting more involved?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. You know, they got their feet wet last week, got some playing time. You know, all the freshmen had good weeks of practice this week, and so you will see them more involved this week, and I think each week that'll grow. And like I've said before, you know, I feel like this will be a position of strength for ours in the future. You know, very excited. All they've done so far is confirm what we thought when we recruited them. They're a chance to be a really good group.
Coach, whether it's wide receivers or any of the other freshmen who are playing for the first time, watching game film versus watching practice film or watching them in practice, just how much more advantageous is it for you to see that game film, to see what they did when the lights were on and when they were in it?
Yeah, you learn a lot about them in practice, there's no doubt. But there's nothing like a game. And there's nothing like a game, and that's when you really – figure them out and figure out how they're going to react, how they're going to respond. So it was good for us to see those guys in action. There's no doubt about that.
All right, again, if you've got questions for Coach Malzahn, raise your hand. Rod Bramlett is in the crowd, and he will go to Rod now. Rod, who are you with?
Sir, go right ahead.
Coach, my name is Leon Stanford from here in Auburn, and everybody seems to have forgotten that we played a second half. They just think about the first half, but I was very encouraged as the second half began to develop and how it continued to grow. And I'm just curious if the players are as excited about that, if they realize how much that they changed and did better as the game went on. I hope they are encouraged with that, because I think if they do, they can see what I think the potential is.
That's a very good point, because in the second half, we played solid football, and the players definitely see that. On film, we do all the breakdowns and the evaluation, all that, and they saw that we really improved in the second half and really outplayed them in the second half, and so we got to carry that over, and like I said, our offense is kind of a young work in progress right there. You'll see this group grow and grow, but definitely played very solid football in the second half. Had a chance to win. And obviously we're disappointed we didn't win, but I'm encouraged moving forward.
I'm not sure there's been this much buzz since the kick six. I'm telling you, down here on this front table.
That's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal right there. That's real life.
We all wondered for a second, is she going to say yes? Now we all.
I'm impressed he was able to ask a question before that. Yeah, me too. A football question, all right, and then flip the page.
That's right.
That's impressive.
That's incredible focus. I've done that before. I don't know that I could have asked a football question before I asked.
That's focus right there now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brad.
I was going to ask Coach, do you get less sleep the night before a game or the night before one of your daughters gets married? You've gone through it twice now. So
tell you what, it's real similar feelings. A big game and the night before your daughter gets married. There's some similarities. You don't get a lot of sleep either way. At least I didn't.
Yeah.
You probably feel like you got a little more control over the football game plan than
the wedding. Yeah. I mean, I really like my son-in-laws too, and I was still up a little bit,
Brad, we got one more segment with Coach. We'll focus in on Arkansas State a little bit more, so we'll break away. Brad, go ahead.
You got it. Want to remind you, when it comes to Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, 21 means 21. With great beer comes great responsibility. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, Rod's back in the host chair with Coach Malzahn. When we come back, stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
One of the keys to having a great football team is strong defense. Give your car the defense it deserves and switch to Geico. Not only will you get outstanding coverage, but you could save hundreds on your car insurance. In fact, Auburn alumni, faculty, and staff could save even more with a special discount from Geico. So after the game, visit geico.com/mydiscount, call 1-800-947-AUTO, or contact your local office for a free quote today. Playing solid defense can be hard, but saving money doesn't have to be. Geico, proudly helping Auburn alumni, faculty, and staff save more on car insurance.
It's tailgating time at Victory Grill. For your next tailgating party, take home classic coal-fired pizzas made with homemade fresh mozzarella cheese and fresh baked in Alabama's only coal-fired ovens. Or stir up the excitement by sharing some of our world-famous wings. Enjoy regular or jumbo-sized party packs, or try our handcrafted fresh chuck beef brisket burgers. They are sure to please football tailgaters of any size. Like us on Facebook and check out our website, www.bobsvictorygrill.com.
Stay comfortable year-round by switching to an electric heat pump that heats and cools your home. Save on your energy costs when you switch from an old gas furnace and air conditioner to a new, energy-efficient electric heat pump. You may even qualify for 100% financing and put the payments on your power bill. Contact Alabama Power to learn more about our Superior Solutions dealers and how they can help you make the switch. Call 1-800-990-APCO or visit alabamapower.com/Superior Solutions. Alabama Power. Always on.
There are some things in life that you just can't get out of, like jury duty or rush hour traffic. But thankfully, now getting out of your old contract isn't one of them. Don't get stuck with a network you're not happy with. Get unstuck. Switch to Verizon now and we'll give you up to $650 to get out of your old contract when you trade in your phone. Verizon. Better matters. Learn more at vzw.com. New smartphone device payment activation important required. Get up to $650 prepaid card for installment plan balance less trade-in value, or up to $350 prepaid card for early termination fees less trade-in value. Trade-in must be in good working condition. Line must remain active for 6 months, subject to VZW agreements, calling planning credit approval.
Welcome back into Tiger Talk. We have a great crowd on hand. Still a lot of buzz around after our wedding proposal. I think that's a first on the show. If it isn't, it's been a long time since we've had that happen. Coach Gus Malzahn getting some pictures. A little bit later on, we will visit with Coach Terry Williams-Flanoy. Also, Coach Rick Knoll will be with us here in just a little bit. Still looking for the correct answer to our Auburn University Bookstore trivia question. And the winner gets a set of tickets. Again, the trivia question is, with his 53-yard field goal against Clemson, Daniel Carlson became Auburn's career leader with 6 field goals of 50 yards or longer. What former Auburn kicker did he pass for the top spot? We've had guesses like Wes Byram, Al Del Greco, but John Vaughn, still not a correct guess. Cody Parkey was also a guess, but still not correct. We're still looking for the correct answer there. If you have a question here in the audience, just raise your hand. Brad has the mic. He'll bring it to you. Coach Gus Malzahn with us for another segment. Don't forget, we also are selling our live sports radios here tonight and our game program for Saturday as well, if you're interested in that. All right, as you get ready for Arkansas State, Kim had the question earlier about there's still some guys on this team that you're very familiar with. But Coach Trooper Taylor's part of the staff as well. I mean, there are a lot of little storylines, underlying storylines to this football game.
There's no doubt. First of all, the administration and the people at Arkansas State are outstanding, and it was just a great experience for me for 1 year to be a part of that, and I'm very familiar with them. I'm very familiar with their players, a lot of great kids, and they're a good football team. I mean, like I said, they've won the conference championship 4 out of the last 5 years. They got most of their guys back, and they're expecting to have a great year, so it'll be a good test.
What was that 1 year? How much did you learn in that 1 year? How did it prepare you for a head job at the next level, Coach?
Well, I mean, they gave me the first opportunity to be a head coach at this level, and it was a good experience for me. And like I said, the people there were outstanding. Still got a lot of close friends that are still part of the Arkansas State program.
How is their offense similar or different than what you guys do?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. The guy was at Middle Tennessee last year. Matter of fact, he was there with Cody Burns, and they had an excellent offense. They do some very unique things, and they present a lot of challenges.
Quarterback, of course, they played 2 quarterbacks this past week against Toledo. Offensive line is very experienced, though. Yeah. Nothing but seniors and fifth-year seniors.
Well, that was the group that we recruited. We felt like they had a chance to be a very good line. They've been together for 4+ years, and they're an outstanding offensive line.
All right, if you have a question here in the audience, just raise your hand. We'll go to the Academy Sports and Outdoors inbox. Visit your local Academy Sports and Outdoors for all your Auburn Tigers gear to be the best-dressed fan this season at everyday low prices. Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Auburn Tigers. Let's see here. Let's check the inbox. Got a few questions sitting out there. Susan just talks about how much they support you guys. Daniel in Priceville wants to know, will we see John Franklin III in the game Saturday? If so, will we see his running ability tested?
Yeah, we'll see how the game unfolds. You know, John right now is our number 2 guy. I mean, our plan is to go with Sean, but we have confidence in John. Like I said, he did some good things when he was in there, and he'll get nothing but better.
Improvement, week 1 to week 2
Yeah.
is the
That's
cliche right? I mean, is it you make the biggest leap from week 1 to week 2?
You know, especially if you have an inexperienced group, and not that we're completely inexperienced, because we do have some quality experience, but as a group,
right?
Specifically offense, that'll be a big thing for me. We got to improve from week 1 to week 2, and we challenge the defense to improve too. Now we challenged all 3 phases. We need to improve in all 3 phases. And that's what we'll be talking about each week. But usually from game 1 to game 2, that's when you see your biggest improvements.
Talk a little bit more about the formation you ran with Chandler Cox and how that came about.
Yeah, Chandler ran similar formation, similar offense to that in high school. And so it kind of marries up a little bit with the Wildcat and all that. There's a lot of carryover, and we weren't as successful as we'd like to be, but
right.
We'll see where that package goes throughout the season.
Where do you want to see Sean White take that next step? What does he need to improve upon this weekend, Coach?
Well, I mean, I think he's in a good spot. Once he got in there and got in a rhythm in the second half, he did some good things, especially at the end. Really made some key throws with the game on the line. Gave us a chance to throw the ball up in the end zone a few times. So just looking forward to his comfort. And this is a new team. This is a new offense. He's got new skill guys around him, and new line for the most part, new running back. So just probably his comfort with the people around him, and watching this offense grow.
We got a little hint of Will Hastings last week, and we talked about him, and a great story. Let's talk about the night he had and the role that he could have and continue to develop with this team.
He's had an outstanding offseason and really caught our eye.
Yeah.
And so it didn't surprise us. He did well. And that was his first game action, so we were curious how he'd respond in the game. But he did an excellent job, and I think he'll be he'll get nothing but better, and he can really, really move and really run and quick, got good hands. And, I know the quarterbacks have confidence in him.
All right, we got one question here in the back, and then we'll get to our break. Go ahead, Brad. Who do you have?
All right, Rod, thank you. I've got Jimmy from here in Auburn. Jimmy?
Hey, Coach. Little question on Woody Barrett. I know he's a red shirt.
Yeah.
Any chance of taking that off of him, or how's he looking in practice?
We hadn't completely decided for sure that he's going to red shirt, but he had an ankle injury probably about 3 weeks ago and was out of commission for about 2 weeks, and so that kind of put him behind. He wasn't able to get here early in the summer, so he was kind of playing catch up. But we think Woody's got a chance to be a really good quarterback, and I know Coach Lashley's working very hard with him and trying to play catch up, but that ankle injury kind of slowed him down just a little bit, but I think he's close to 100%, and he's getting reps, and we'll just see where it goes.
Appreciate the question. Couple of keys for Saturday night, Coach.
Well, I think the big thing is improvement, like we talked about. I mean, we need to improve greatly from game 1 to game 2. Protecting the football, running the football, and I think that's the 2 big issues. And on defense, just not giving up the big play. And then special teams, we had a couple penalties. We got to clean those up.
Coach, best of luck Saturday night. War Eagle, we'll see you Saturday night.
All right, War Eagle. Thank you, everybody.
Coach Gus Malzahn here with us. Appreciate his time as always. Don't forget you can join us Thursday nights at 6 for Tiger Talk and get a free Auburn pint glass when you order a Red Diamond iced tea all night while supplies last. Coach Terry Williams-Flanoy joins us coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll get Rick Knoll, the head volleyball coach, as we talk a little women's basketball and volleyball over the last 20 minutes of tonight's show. We do have a correct answer on our Auburn University bookstore trivia question with his 53-yard field goal against Clemson. Daniel Carlson became Auburn's career leader with 6 field goals of 50 yards or longer. What former Auburn kicker did he pass for the top spot? Ray got the correct answer. A lot of guesses. Ray, the only one who got it right. Neil O'Donohue, who played at Auburn from 1975 to 1976, had 5 career 50-yard field goals. Stay tuned. Tiger Talk continues in a moment.
The Auburn family agrees that there is nothing better than football season in the South. They also agree that when you tailgate with delicious Golden Flake snacks, you are taking part in an Auburn tradition. So pick up your favorite bag of Golden Flake potato chips, pork skins, cheese puffs, or our new great for dipping tortillas. And let the tailgating begin, because Golden Flake is the official chip of the Auburn Tigers.
Hi, folks. Stan White here. When it comes to playing the game, nothing is more valuable than experience. And when it comes to experience with barbecue, no one has it like Dreamland Barbecue. Dreamland has been cooking ribs for over 50 years and now have locations across the South. Go to dreamlandbbq.com to find your closest location, or you can order online and Dreamland will ship it to your front door. Dreamland, ain't nothing like 'em nowhere.
You hear that? That's the sound of a cold, crisp, refreshing Coors Light. And at the end of a long day, there's no better way to reward yourself than with a beer that knows a thing or two about hard work. It's why all of our breweries cold lager to give Coors Light its signature crisp taste. Because once the workday is over, we all could use a refreshing reward. So raise an icy cold Coors Light up to yourself, because it's the refreshing finish you deserve. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility.
Auburn fans, enter the War Eagle fan experience for your chance to win 2 tickets to the Iron Bowl November 26th at Bryant-Denny Stadium, plus 2 authentic Auburn jerseys.
This is Coach Gus Malzahn. Let everyone know that toughness runs in our family. Go to auburnsaturdays.com and enter for your chance to win. War Eagle.
Sweepstakes ends 11/18/16. Must be 18 years or older with a valid Alabama driver's license to enter. For details and complete rules, visit auburnsaturdays.com.
Football is a time-honored tradition in our state. From the bright lights of Friday nights to fall Saturdays on the nation's most revered campuses. And though seasons may end, the passion never dies. Alabama Power is proud to support football programs and the fans that cheer them on. Your dedication is an inspiration to us all, and your spirit lights up our state. Alabama Power proudly supports Auburn Tigers football.
Back to Victory Grill in Auburn for more Tiger Talk on the Auburn Sports Network.
Help the future poultry leaders of Alabama in poultry science programs throughout the state, and especially here at Auburn, with scholarship money when you order an Alabama poultry license tag. Visit your local probate office or wherever you purchase your card tag to order your Alabama poultry license tag. Now, we're sitting here. It's early September, and you're wondering, why in the world are we talking women's basketball in early September when we got to get the word out, Coach Flo, that season tickets go on sale Monday, right?
Absolutely. Monday. Got to get them out there.
Tell us about, well, we'll give the information on how people can order them and all that. But last year, you guys saw almost a 25% increase in attendance, which is great. That's great. Third most in the league. But that number, need to get it higher this year, right?
Oh, really have to get it higher. The league is tougher. Our non-conference schedule is tough. So, you know, we got to get our 6-man, our fans in there to help us win a few more games.
Tell us a little bit about the team. I know you guys are in the early stages, and I guess what, September 30th, around that date is when you can start. Is that right?
October 2nd.
October 2nd.
Yes.
But kind of give us a preview of this team. You have a lot of familiar faces back,
Yes.
but you have some new ones too.
We do, and you know it's not really early because now you get to practice in the summertime.
That's true. Yeah.
So we have all our kids here for the summer. We take full advantage of those 2 hours. That we get to play a little bit of basketball, so we're able to see a little bit more, and you got your freshmen in. So now the first time that they're practicing isn't the first time they step on campus. So we have 2 freshmen, Tyra Johnson, we got an Alabama girl from Decatur, and then we have Deja Alexandra from Georgia. 2 very good freshmen, very athletic. They like to score. Brent's going to have to share the ball a little bit, or, you know, or whoever comes down the court is going to be the one to get the first shot. But Deja's an unbelievable athlete, and you'll see her at the top of the press where Jasmine Jones plays.
Right.
So 3 seniors. Can you believe Katie, Brandy, and Katie Diang are finally seniors? Like, it feels like they've been here forever.
Well, you know, I'll go call a game, whether football, basketball, baseball, and the other team always seems to have 2 or 3 players that you're like, they've been there forever. That's what people think when they think of those players.
Well, that's good. That means that they've played a lot of minutes, so everybody know who they are.
That's
right. Everybody knows Brandy. You know, Katie Dang stepped in last year to be the point guard for us, and Katie Firkin had an unbelievable year, you know. So we're really looking for our seniors to have a great year.
What do you want this team to take from last year's experience of getting to the NCAA tournament and now to take it another step, Coach?
Well, you know, like I told them in practice when we started, I said it's no longer pressure, you know. Last year was pressure. We had to get to the NCAA tournament. It's not pressure anymore. It's an expectation. You know, that's the culture that we've built here at our program. We're expected to go to the NCAA tournament every year. So don't look at it as pressure. This is what you are expected to do.
One thing that is expected every year with your team's defense. You were very good last year.
Yes.
And obviously you want to take it up a notch this year as well.
Oh yeah, we're expected to cause havoc.
Right.
You know, no doubt about that. You know, and you know we have so many defensive goals. It goes more than just turning teams over. You know, we want to take away, you know, the shot clock. We want the wrong people shooting the ball. We want them to play too fast. And it's so funny because it's so hard for us to schedule games. Like, nobody wants to play us. No, we're out there begging people to play us. But that's who we are. And it's funny because a lot of people, you know, in recruiting, they'll say, oh, we're a pressing team. No, you're not. No, we're a pressing team. That's who we are.
This non-conference games, 13 home games this year, non-conference games, Troy, Indiana, Savannah State, Virginia Tech, Jacksonville. SEC schedule's coming out, but you know you're getting Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, and others coming up. And November 11th against Troy, you get the doubleheader with the men's team. That really isn't that far away, is it?
No, November 11th is right around the corner. That's why we got to get them ticket sales going so we can get everybody out there. And Troy's a tough team. I mean, they're an NCAA tournament team, state rival team. You know, they're going to look at it like that. We see Alabama, of course. But, you know, they see it as anybody in Alabama. And Troy can score. Our defense will be tested the first game. They averaged 80 points a game last year.
Right. You returned 75% of your scoring, steals, and minutes, and that is – there's no substitution for experience, is there?
Oh, no.
And production.
No, that's wonderful,
yeah.
You know. And it's good, and I think that's why our practices have been really good. You're not having to teach everything over and over. They already know. So now it's better when the team can coach each other, you know, when the upperclassmen can get on the newcomers and we don't have to do it. It makes life a lot easier.
All right, again, season tickets go on sale to the general public Monday, September 12th. You can go to auburntigers.com for information. Reserve chair back premium seats are $60. Reserve chair back general admission $50. All current men's basketball season ticket holders can purchase general admission women's basketball season tickets for $25 each. And all season ticket holders will receive an exclusive T-shirt for each season ticket purchased. Everybody needs to come out because this is Coach Flo's 25th season as a coach.
Man, I started when I was 2.
How about that?
Yeah, 25 years. That's a lot.
13 years as a head coach, right?
13 years as a head coach, yes.
Do you ever stop and allow yourself to think about that at all? Or
No, I didn't know until somebody told me. And then I went and I started counting. I was like, oh, my God, it is 25.
What are you most excited about with this team? Just knowing what you know now.
Yeah, they're a really good team.
Yeah.
They work extremely hard. Like I said, this summer it's been exciting to watch them because now they know how to play.
Sure.
You know, and they're so excited about, you know, the way we play and how we play. And just really a good group of kids.
Well, November 11th will be here before you know it. More importantly, Monday, September 12th will be here real soon. Make sure you get your season tickets now for Auburn women's basketball. Coach Flo will be on the Tiger Tailgate Show with us as well Saturday, so we look forward to having you on then. Thanks for coming out here in a kind of an odd time, but
that's okay.
Want to make sure everybody knew about season tickets and get a little glimpse to the season coming
Absolutely,
up.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach. Coach Terry West, Illinois. Again, the season opener November 11th. Season tickets go on sale to the general public Monday, September 12th. Coach Rick Knoll, they have a big weekend coming up, hosting the Auburn Classic at Auburn Arena. We'll talk a little Auburn volleyball when we come back. We still have game programs up here if you like them for $5. We have a live sports radio here if you'd like to purchase it as well. So still plenty to get to here in our final segment. So stay tuned, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
What would a rivalry be without the fans? Could we even call it a rivalry? Why do the teams we love ride the road from city to city? And why do the fans follow them there? Why do the athletes batter their bodies, agonize over missed tackles and dropped passes? Why do any of them do any of it? Simple. For the excitement of it all. the same reason we do what we do at Nissan. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the Auburn Tigers.
The Auburn family agrees that there is nothing better than football season in the South. They also agree that when you tailgate with delicious Golden Flake snacks, you are taking part in an Auburn tradition. So pick up your favorite bag of Golden Flake potato chips, pork skins, cheese puffs, or our new great for dipping tortillas. And let the tailgating begin. Because Golden Flake is the official chip of the Auburn Tigers.
It's tailgating time at Victory Grill. For your next tailgating party, take home classic coal-fired pizzas made with homemade fresh mozzarella cheese and fresh baked in Alabama's only coal-fired ovens. Or stir up the excitement by sharing some of our world-famous wings. Enjoy regular or jumbo-sized party packs. Or try our handcrafted fresh chuck beef brisket burgers. They are sure to please football tailgaters of any size. Like us on Facebook and check out our website, www.bobsvictorygrill.com.
These are the moments you remember.
The kick is good! Auburn wins!
These are the sounds you celebrate.
Fastball driven. Deep left center field. David Ross, you have company!
Whether it's the stadium, the arena, or the ballpark.
Auburn 75. Kentucky 70. I think I'll storm the court. There goes Davis. Oh,
your home for Auburn sports is the Auburn Sports Network.
Tiger fans, Dreamland has been in the barbecue business for over 50 years. They now have locations across the South, but did you know that you can get their famous barbecue at Jordan-Hare Stadium as well? That's right. Dreamland's barbecue sandwiches and barbecue nachos will be available at concession stands this fall. Dreamland, a proud supporter of Auburn athletics. We'll get head volleyball coach Rick Nold here with us during this final segment. Do want to let folks know we're going to start drawing. We're going to draw just for one set of four. Is that right? One set of four tickets for this weekend. You have to be present to win. We'll let Coach Noel just stick his hand in there and pick a winner here.
Very good.
All right. This is pressure, more pressure than you'll face all weekend long. Stephen Brown. Stephen Brown, are you here? Where's Stephen Brown?
Where is Stephen?
There we go, over here to the right. Stephen, you win tickets. Congratulations.
He owes me for that. I picked it.
That's right. Hey, Stephen, here's what you got to do now. Coach Noel picked your name. You got to come out and watch some volleyball this weekend. All right? And Coach Noel with us. And big win this past weekend over Louisville. You're getting ready for the Auburn Classic this weekend. And an exciting time right now. This early part of the season. You haven't gotten into conference play, but you're learning a lot about your team, aren't you?
We are. I mean, we started off a little bit rough, but really I guess halfway through the Kennesaw match, we kind of changed a little mentality and really started fighting as a team. And, again, you wish we'd have started that sooner, but I think that really flowed into this past weekend and had a couple good matches. We played Santa Clara, who's a top 20 team, and just didn't pass the ball well. I thought we competed and did everything else we needed to do, but in our game, serving and passing so big and struggled there. But came back and had a great win against Louisville. I thought we really put pressure on the whole way, and it was good to see.
And you're from that area. I mean, you're from Louisville. You have 2 or 3 players also from the area, don't you?
Oh, yeah. We had a pretty big crowd. It was fun. And again, those kind of matches, that's what you want to be in. And, to have the crowd behind us and, a lot of our parents able to travel through there, so that made it nice. But definitely a big win for us, and hopefully we'll carry that in this weekend.
Big honor this week for Jessie Earl, SEC Defensive Player of the Week. Talk about her play.
She's really stepped up this year as a leader, I think. She was picked as a captain, for us. She had a great year last year, but, I just see a big difference in her and just the way she's carrying herself. And we rely a lot on her, defensively and serve receive and serving. She's, she impacts the game in so many ways. And happy for her for this weekend and look for more things for the future.
Tell us about some of the new faces that you have and that you're relying upon this year, in addition to a fairly large returning group.
We've had some people move positions a little bit. Emily Klitsky is one that we had on the right side last year, and we've moved her into the middle, and I think she's really played well. She was a go-to player for us this weekend. She's hitting about 350 on the year. Which is just, great numbers for a middle. So I think her progression is a big key for us. Gwen Jones coming in as a freshman.
Right.
We moved her. She's always been a middle. We moved her on the right side. And another one who is she's been aggressive. She's given us a lot of side-out opportunities and really helped out the team a lot in a lot of ways. So, again, those two guys coming in, making those switches, I think is big for us. Then we've got some other returners that obviously pick up where they left off.
You get Memphis, Miami of Ohio, and Jacksonville this weekend in the tournament round robin that you're hosting, and you get a doubleheader tomorrow at noon with Memphis, and then 7:30 tomorrow night against Miami of Ohio. But then Jacksonville Saturday, you got a night football game. You guys are at Auburn Arena. You're trying to do something special Saturday, right?
Yeah, we felt it was an opportunity with football being home. I think the first 4 or 5 weeks, we needed to have a home tournament in there. We just decided to schedule that Saturday match as a way that maybe get a little bit from the crowd there. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity for us. We're going to have a really good game. Obviously, we want to try and get a great crowd out there. But it's easy. It's right across from the stadium, so hopefully we'll have a lot of people coming in. It's free to get in. So,
right.
I think it'll really good entertainment. I hope they'll love it.
Now, parking will be normal for Friday, but Saturday there will be a shuttle running to the arena, so people need to be mindful of that. But you got some pretty nice new digs over at the arena, too, don't you?
It is so nice. It's such a we're so thankful to Jay Jacobs and all the administration. I mean, it's such a huge difference for us. Our players are so appreciative, and it's just going to be a big impact on our program.
Happy with where you are? I know you weren't happy early. It's been kind of an up and down. Now, a slow start, and then it's picked up momentum lately. But as you head into this weekend and you get closer to conference play, are you happy with the progression?
I think I'm excited with some things we've seen lately.
Right.
Again, not happy with how we started, and that's we've talked about that, and we got to get past that part. But some of the things we're starting to see from our team really coming together. And we talk about fighting. You get in a match, it's a battle, and all teams are good. They're going to put pressure on you. But when your team comes together and competes together, that's a neat thing to see. So starting to see that, and I hope we'll continue and kind of grow from that this weekend.
Auburn Invitational this weekend, and then, of course, on the road in Michigan the following weekend, and then you get into conference play. And I think we've got you scheduled to come back in a couple weeks as you get ready for LSU, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, that stretch. Coach, appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Coach Rick Knoll, Auburn volleyball coach, again tomorrow, noon and 7:30 at the arena, then trying to set the attendance record Saturday at 1:30 against Jacksonville at Auburn Arena. Best of luck to Auburn volleyball this weekend as they host the Auburn Invitational at Auburn Arena. Admissions free, so we certainly encourage folks to head on out. The general manager of the Auburn Sports Network is Chris Davis. Tiger Talk is produced by Brad Law. Production assistance from Kevin Duvall and Riley Montgomery. Back at Skyview Networks studio, Art C. DeBaca. Our next broadcast on the Auburn Sports Network is Saturday night as Auburn takes on Arkansas State. Airtime for the Tiger Tailgate Show is 4:30 p.m. Central. Coaches Gus Malzahn, Rick Knoll, Terry Williams-Lenoy, and our friends here at Victory Grill. I'm Rod Bramlett. Until next time, War Eagle, and so long, everybody.
You've been listening to Tiger Talk on the Auburn Sports Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by Bob's Victory Grill in Auburn. Victory Grill, where victory is always yours. And by the Better Network, Verizon, Better Matters. Alabama Power, proud to support the Auburn Tigers. By Ford F-150 and Auburn football. Toughness runs in our family. See your local Ford dealer today. And by Golden Flake, the favorite snack of the Auburn Tigers. This is the Auburn Sports Network.